Here we are in Englewood, Ohio. Got a nice roof wash gonna go down here. This is a good example of one of those where you should have charged more for. We got the gutter guards, which you're gonna have to be dealing with, but it's just part of the game. Look at this. All this is gonna be done. It's gonna look beautiful. It's real bad over there. So if you're on the small truck and you're mixing up your soap, we have to custom batch our mix. It's half bleach at 12.5% and half water because we want it to land on that roof at about 5 or 6%. You can even water it down to 3% if it's not terrible. And then we also add 1 ounce per gallon of surfactant, either the eliminator or the roof snot. And you take the downstream pipe and you mix it all up, then you have your roof wash ready. So when you first pull up, you want to make sure to inspect your roof and all the situation, see what you got to look out for. You want to make sure you water everything down on the outside from the grass to the siding. You want to find a good place for your ladder and make sure your ladder stands connected. You want to inspect the gutters to make sure there's no debris buildup in there to where any runoff from the shingles would pour over. If it's a good time to upsell the gutters, now's the time to do so. You also want to check the shingles to make sure they're not extremely deteriorated. If they are, we refer to our roofing contracting partners. Another thing you want to think of is what percentage SH I'm going to use. If you're on the small truck, it's pretty often that you'll be at 5 or 6% because of the half and half mix. But if you want to water it down some because it's not so bad and be more forgiving if you make any mistakes, you can do that. On the big truck, you just dial it in. One of the last things you want to do is bag the gutters. That way any solution that may get into the gutter system and comes down is caught in that bag. When we dispose them at the end of the day, you can mix them with water or pour them onto a concrete surface. That way they can evaporate. So after you've wet everything down and applied your gutter bags, you want to check for any sensitive vegetation near the roof. If you have a ground guy, then he's going to be spraying a lot of water on the siding and gutters while you're shooting the soap on the roof. If you don't, then you need to Tyvek wrap and cover the bushes and things. And the reason why we use this Tyvek wrap is because it can allow the plants to breathe and it won't smother them. Before starting, you want to get your personal protective equipment, your PPE, together. This is your gloves, this is your glasses, this is your respirator. If you're using any more than about 4%, you should probably have your respirator or mask on. And then when you're applying the solution, you don't want to stand over top of it because then the fumes can come right in your face. Once everything is ready, you want to position yourself where you're going to spray. A lot of times you can spray from the ground. A lot of times you need to spray from the roof. What's that going to look like? You want to unravel your hoses and make sure you got the distance ready, but you don't got to stop mid-job. So when you're on your roof, you want to inspect and see how you're going to clean. You got gutter guards over there. And the thing about gutter guards, we got to make sure they're cleaned off. That way the chemical doesn't run straight over it, over top of the gutter and mess the gutter up. Another thing that you want to look at is all the debris you got in the roof. This is an excellent example of a roof. If you can see right here, the moss, what you want to do is the first thing you want to do is get someone up here as quick as you can, just a light brush, get the stuff off. When you go to apply your chemical, you want to start in this area, just hitting this spot. That way it can have time to kill it while you go brush or leaf blow another area. Then you come back and you see that it's white, it can be hit again with the brush. Now, if you're on a roof that isn't walkable, you don't want to brush it. The Asphalt Roofing Manufacturers Association recommended process is a soft washing, no hard brushing or pressure washing. So that means if we have mold kicked up on there, we don't want to get on there and apply a lot of pressure. And really, as long as it's dead, the rain will help rinse it down. So we have a perfect example here of running, which you don't want to see, but you want to get it nice, even spray. You kind of got it quick. Boom, misting it. Boom, boom, boom. So it should kind of look like this, maybe even a little bit heavier, quick mist. You don't want it to get it running, but you can still see there how it's cleaning everything up real good. We don't run it running because we don't want an overflow of chemical. We just want to use exactly what we need to protect everything. Nice vertical fan spray, nice and easy. Just like that. Can you hit that bush? See how when he comes to hit that tip, some mists over, so we mist the bush with water, just like that. So you want it all white like that. That's good. A lot of the areas are already kind of clean. A nice even cake of white is good. We might even hit this one more good time, let it sit for about 30 minutes, and then go through over this whole thing again, and then kill everything off. Once the roof wash is finalized, you want to make sure not to rinse the roof. The reason why we don't rinse the roof is it lets the chemical stay on and do its job. If you got white or if you got brown, that means you've killed what you came to kill. If it's green or if it's black still, that organic growth is still alive. Once you've checked the roof one more time, make sure everything was cleaned off, whether it needs a secondary spray, whether it needs some more attention. Then you come through and you clean out your 12-volt battery. What this means is you're getting all that high potency SH out of the lines by filling this bucket of water and filling it, driving it through that pump. Typically, you should pump out for about 5 minutes. Make sure that 12-volt doesn't have any more SH in there. You want to make sure, after you're finalizing things, to go ahead and go around and get all the gutter bags off, dispose of them properly as discussed before, take a complete 360 and do one final rinse of the whole property. Make sure any bleach that got anywhere, maybe even some overcast spray or some wind that carried it, is now rinsed and diluted. So this is Jeremy with Apply Pressure, and that's how to properly soft wash a roof to protect the client's manufacturer's warranty, prevent shingles from coming off, and to give them that perfect result.